Have I got all that working? No, are we still not live? There we go. Yes, I'm in. Okay, so apologies. Well, good evening, racing fans, and welcome to the Crentis channel. Nothing. Can you hear my voice? All right. Yes. Evening, chaps. So, what do we have on track tonight? Unfortunately, this idiot just decided to put his cables in backwards on his chapter card and couldn't figure out that's why his stream wasn't working. But it was only a 5-minute delay. Who cares about that? Right, okay, I'm going to press this, and hopefully we can... That'll show that up, or do we still just have a black screen? No, yes. Perfect. That was just taking a while on my end. Good, okay. So, what fixture do we have on track tonight? Well, we've got some new faces tonight. It's GXR versus VEZ, newcomers VEZ racing team, very fast Italian boys. Just let me know if I sound alright, let me know because I've been messing around with my mic settings again, God forbid. So we've got Pasta, I'm going to butcher every single one of these names because there's not a single English bloke there. So we've got Pastin Calder, Fresh CISO 1, oh god, I'm just going to call that guy God Yokai. Sonny06, Andrea Hoppus, and Nukaria for VEZ. And for Gen X, we've got Jeff, Sahina, Wixie, Old Fart, Dan98, and Darlo Hoy. In terms of some fun facts, because I know we've got drivers here which are new to CTC. There's been some changes from last year. We've gone up from 12 teams to 14 this year, and it's one common league for the entire season. There's 8 match days in the regular season, so February through September. The top 8 are going to advance to a knockout tournament from October to December, and the rest continue in placement matches. There's a grand final in December, same as last year. One match per race day, 40 to 55 minutes. The home team, which is VEZ for this one, choose the car, track, weather, multipliers, tyres, all that stuff, and it's available from common car and tyre pool, or no, it might just be common car pool, but the track is free game this year. That's different from last year. Also on that, we've got no flag rules for this year, and the qualifying is a one-shot, so that is what determines the grid order. So, in terms of the settings, get that on. Oh, am I an idiot? No, I'm not. There we go. Match day 1, starting off the 2026 Community Team Cup season. We are in the Nissan GTR 2018 Group 3 car round Tokyo Expressway East, the correct way round, which is clockwise in my eyes. Backwards is just completely terrible here. One of the worst layouts in the game, in my opinion. And that's not just because I got fucking slaughtered in ALR on Sunday. 50% initial fuel, 3 litres per second refuel speed, 2 times tyres, 2 times fuel, 0 mandatory pit stops, sunset at 2 times progression, SO6 for the entire thing, and it's all tyres available with the mediums mandatory. So this looks that 50% fuels, starting fuel's going to play a role. 2 times on the tyres are pretty good. One sec, let me just put cheeky little comms ready in the chat. Let's go out on that. Can we hear the game all right? My chat link decided it was gonna have a bit of it just decided it wasn't going to work, so hopefully I've got it. So I can't hear a fucking thing at the moment. I'm just talking to myself for the next hour straight. But hopefully you guys can hear the game. And if it's too loud or too quiet, just let me know and I'll mess around with my settings. Is that a cheeky little Maligator I see in chat? ZFS driver doing comms for your new team. We'll leave it at that. Honestly, hopefully you're alright. Mate, it's annoying that you just sort of vanished out of everywhere. We can hear, mate. Perfect. Let me just post this link in ZFS chat. Send it to everyone. Send it to me, Nan, while we wait for this to start. There we go. Lobby reset. Are they going to be over the top like we do and do 3 resets? Probably not. So, how does the one-shot quali work then, Jaeger? Because it's on 10 minutes here. I'm assuming it's because like last year we ran it. It was one team goes out and then the next. I'm assuming that's the same. So VEZ are the home team, so they should be first out in quali if that works. So I don't really feel very qualified to open the season on this when you've changed literally everything, Jaeger. And I checked the Discord like yesterday. Righto. Send this about. Trying to think how to do it. Yeah. Damn, love the cursor. Yeah, I love the GTR. It's annoying I can't hear it because my current setup with how OBS is working at the moment, because my chat link cables just decided it's going to stop working, so I'm going to have to go out and get a new one. It's either the OBS gets the game sound or I get it. And I'm pretty sure it's probably a bit more, what's it called? See, this is the annoying part where you're waiting for the stream to start, so you're just sort of babbling about. It's, come on, brain cells, English, come on, I can do this. What am I trying to say? Yeah, I'm basically saying I can't hear a word, or, well, I can hear everything I'm saying, which is annoying, because I'm just waffling, complete waffles. Them Gen X's livery loading, is that the, yes, that is the VEZ livery. Just looks like, yeah, because that's a CTC livery. Yeah, so it looks like, is it different? Oh, it's got a different colour on each side. That's what I thought. Nissan Biotite is a very clean livery from VEZ. I'm very much a fan of that. And you know what I'm going to do? Just because it will piss Jaeger off, I'm going to keep the car names on. Well, not the car names, driver names. I know it's sort of qualifying at 8:30 UK. That's what we're on now, mate. We should wait for everyone to tick in, which it looks like we all are. Where's my phone at? So, Gen X livery, very ZFS-esque, I'd say, same sort of colour scheme. So, of course, I'm going to think that this is the most beautiful livery on the planet. I hope you know, mate, this is just purely because you say you're alright, but I know you're not. Yeah, I know you're not. Yeah, mate. Oh, no, there you are, Marcus. My bad, I'm blind. Easy. There we go. Looks like qualifying are starting. So nice that they've all gone out in the order like this. So time to start the one-shot qualifying. And it looks like we've scrapped the thing last year about just having the teams go out at once. No, you're not, Marcus. Max Q Aerospace is here. It's a different bloke. For some reason, it seems like I've got about a minute stream delay. Don't know. Well, it's not a minute. It'd probably stay more like 25 seconds to 30 seconds for stream delay, which is suboptimal, but we're still kicking strong. So 10 minutes around the infamous Tokyo circuit. One of my favourites in the game. It just seems to flow very well, especially in these Group 3 cars. Just listen to the roar of that GTR, these top guys. You just see the rev range all at the top in this car. You can just rev it so close to the limiter. It's sort of just playing that game of how close can you get to it, because if you hit that limiter, it loses you so much time. Right, Pasta seems to be the first guy out on track, so we might as well jump on board with him for a lap. Don't know what sort of pace these guys are at VRT. I know Gen X are quite competitive. I've already got driver ratings to go off, which isn't very accurate. I mean, I'm A-rated and I'm terrible at this game. But we've got quite a couple A+ and A-rated guys in the VRT team. Right, as we go out on to the start-finish straight now. I think this straight's 2.8 miles, not 2.08, like 2 miles long. Big ass straight, big ass GTR, sat on the limiter. Interesting to see if they shift up to 6th. Yes, they do. Gonna top out at around 170 odds, barreling through down, still on that straight. So we're coming through the run to turn 1s and 2. Turn 1 and 2, I mean. Ignore the fact that my camera's a midget and he's right like all the way down, like low ridering it. I've been in the karts, and I use Magic Carpet Cam anyway, so it doesn't matter a bit in the karts. I like having the, what's it called, the driver cams. I just bumped my guy down a bit because I kept on getting penalties, and it'd literally just take up my entire screen, wouldn't be able to see anything. So through the twisty infield section, look at your flat for, I'd like to say around 75-80% of the lap, probably even more around here. Look at how aggressive he is on the throttle there. Just absolutely stomping on that. He's quick, yeah. You raced him before. Can they bump draft in quali? Slip is off, mate. So, self-given nickname is Captain Slow. Well, watching this, mate, I don't agree with that. Because this guy is just absolutely flying around here. Yeah, Dane, Maligator, bumping, not bumping, Slipstream is off in quali, so they wouldn't really gain much from bumping. But that's a bloody lie. Indeed, mate. Indeed. Round the last corner now. He's actually broke on time, so he's doing better than me. What is this time going to be? Looks like we're going to be around the 2-minute mark. Maybe even sub 2 minute. Depending on, what's it called? Depending on how long it takes to get there. As we're coming up to the line now. What's it going to be for Pasta? Well, Captain Slow, it's a 1:59.173. What about Darlow Boy? And yes, there we go. That's the one shot. So you get 1 lap, get in the pits, but you got 10 minutes to do the 1 lap. 2 minute .369 for Darlow Boy. Sonny goes up into P2. 2 minute 031. What about Old Fart across the line now? 2021. Fresh CISO 1:59.9. They're showing some very strong pace in qualifying for their CTC debut. 2:03.69 for Darlow Boy. Signer comes in for Gen X. 2:01.128. What about Wixie now? He's going to cross the line. 2:01.412. Good enough for 7th. I mean, 6th at the moment, out of 7th. What about my name is Jeff? What's it going to be across the line? This is looking like it's going to be a fast one. What are we going to have? Fresh CISO's gonna... Oh, no, that was Saina leaving the room. The Brazilian out. Having a disconnect in quali. Luckily, he'll be able to get back in time for the race, but we've lost that on the timing sheet. He was around the 202.01 mark, so he would have been in 6th at the moment. Old Fart, 202.1. What about Nukaria? Next one for VEZ. Can they line out the full whitewash in their CTC debut on qualifying? Great lap from Darlow indeed. Yep, 2:02.4. We're on for a VEZ whitewash in quali. Never mind, Yokai's not come out of the pit yet. He's probably waiting till the end because he's got 10 minutes to do the lap. He's just going to try and extend this as long as bloody possible because he hates commentators. I keep on going way too far away from this mic, so it's not picking anything up. Andrea Hoppus, 2:01. Why on earth is a fire alarm going off? It's not mine, but this is the problem with living in a student accommodation. Because you'd think, and yes, it's just Dan98 now. He's started his lap. There's Yokai on his outlap, just trying to time it for as long as possible. Yeah, apologies if you can hear that fire alarm. You'd think being 5 minutes, Jesus Christ, 5 months into university, people would know how to bloody cook by now, but nobody at Bishopgate does. So, currently, the guys that have set a lap, it is looking like a VEZ whitewash on their CTC debut. Next driver, very close though, is Darlow Boy. Very good lap, 2:02.3. 2.3 attempts to my Jeff, and then Gen X just seems to be a bit spread out. But wow, what a lap from Pasta to get into P1. Evacuate, bro. There could be a fire. My alarm's not going off. It's the block next to me because it's always A block. It's always bloody A block. Everything kicks off at A block, I swear. Right, coming across towards the final corner now for Dan98. What's he going to do? Went through now, nice and smooth. Interestingly spotted that he's using traction control. I find that I need it in this car. The GTR is just very, very sensitive on the brake, I feel, but it just goes to show like how hard Pasta was pushing because he was slamming that throttle, and for some reason that's faster in this game. 2:07 for Dan98. So I believe where was the Brazilian guy? If we just say 2:01 dead, he'd have been 9th. So it's just Gen X, Wixie, and Old Fart that we need to bump down one. Right. Inusha God Yokai. I'm just going to call him God Yokai. Don't know why I'm trying to even attempt to pronounce that first bit of the name. Do I just have a go at, like, moving my mic around? Because this stand is not able to hold, like, how far I'm pushing this over. Because I've started my own maths tutor in business, right? And I've been using my commentary mic for it. What was it with commentators setting tire to their accommodation? No way, that's actually bloody happened. That's still going off, right? I can see half a bottle of whiskey at the side of my room. I'm not going to touch it till after the stream. But if there's any instance of dirty driving, you're getting a drunk Crentis on comms. That's your punishment. Because, like, if you can't race clean, you get a drunk, blabbering commentator. Does that sound fair? Yep. Wicked, boys. Okay, I've gone off the one guy on track. Brilliant. 10 out of 10 streamer here, mate. Oof, so close to the wall there. Did he touch it? I think he got away with it. He's not got damage, so it's not hit the wall. Just look at how precise. Throwing the car into the corner. Look how close he's getting to it on the exit. Oof. God is on the limit, and he should be able to... What is his target time? 2:03.69. If he can beat that, VEZ will have 1 through 6 in their qualifying debut. A phenomenal performance from... keep on hitting random buttons on my keyboard. And his purple is God Yokai coming out of the final corner. Is he going to be able to challenge Pasta for pole? Is this why he waited till the last minute to be able to hide his pace across the line now? Are we going to see a 58? Are we going to see a 59? What's it going to be across the line? 59.072. God has gone on pole. Past the P2. It's a VRT. There's whitewash in qualifying. Unbelievable stuff from the Italian team on their debut. Pasta in second. Fresh CC in third. Sonny in fourth. Andrea Hoppus in fifth. Nukaria in sixth. And then for Gen X, it's Dolly Boy in seventh. My Name Jeff in eighth. Dan98 in ninth. I think the Brazilian guy that I can't pronounce his name would be either 10th or 11th. I think it was a 2:1 odd that he had. Might have been a bit faster, but Dollar Boy was definitely the fastest of the Gen X lot. And then P10 is Wixie, and P12 will be Oldvart. Does Godyakai? No, he's crossed the line. It's just because everyone's in the pits from doing the lap earlier. It's going to do the full 3 minutes. I was pressing the wrong button on my keyboard and thought that my game crashed there. And I just about pooed myself. Right, it's not IRO, so I don't need to be as family friendly. However, I don't have a co-commentator to sort of like hold me back. Sort of make sure that I don't get the stream cancelled. What a lap indeed. Riveting stuff here. Right, what do we do? It's not even like I could just crack a ridiculous joke or not. I can speak to myself for a bit. Gen X tire check. Yep. So, what I was saying earlier, well, I was trying to say about the settings. If I just bang this, there we go, boom. This is a good time for that. Yeah, Cyana's asking if he can still race, which he should be able to. We can just slot him in. I'll do that after, though, because I want to see what his time actually would have been. It'll put him at the back, yeah. 201.128. So, yes, he would start in 10th. Look at me. Absolute genius calculating that. In my head, mid-race, on comms, absolute goat. Don't know where they found this guy, but he's best commentator on the planet. Jesus Christ, 59.072. What a race. And yep, does look like Sania can get in the race, but they're going to have to do a manual grid. So while they're doing the manual grid, we've got about like 2-3 minutes. I'm going to go over my predictions for the race. More specifically, what I think the strategy is going to be. Because that's a very low tire and fuel multiplier, and it's only the mediums that are mandatory. But I think you'd be stupid not to start on the softs because you've got that 50% initial fuel. It should be able to go the full distance. But actually, no, you might be able to do medium. You definitely won't be able to just no-stop it. I mean, there is no mandatory pit stops. There's no mandatory tyre change. It's just the mediums that you've got to use at least once. I don't know. What are we thinking in chat? Because they're not going to rub that much. Right, okay. Standings, did I go through that? That's from last year. Why would I think there'd be standings for round 1 of the season? Kmaru's left the room now. Bloody hell, Gen Exit are at it. How come it was him at 12th? Basically, it's because he disconnected mid-race. Gran Turismo are stupid, and they can't work it, so they just throw him at the back because he didn't finish. So they're like, yep, you were slowest. But it still showed his lap. It still showed the gap, but it just showed that 3 seconds from pole was faster than 2 seconds from pole. Right, I'm already getting dry mouth, and I've got I've got like 2 minutes or so for him to put all of VEZ at the front. I'll put a cheeky comms ready when grid set. Even though I'm not gonna be. Because I'm gonna run to my flat and grab when grid. There we go. Jesus Christ. Come on, you spastic. Which it looks like grids is set, so that plan's not going to work. I was going to go get some cherry aid, but I might just run. So I don't want to miss the race start. Take a shot. Brilliant idea, mate. Absolute brilliant idea. Yeah, they need to refuel around lap 9 or 10. So, yeah, around halfway. That's what I'm thinking. Do we start on mediums? Do we start on softs? Usually in these sort of Team D team events, because all the teams have been doing practice races by themselves, yeah, we miss race director. Oh, yeah, Kmaru's buggered off. And Siny is still in 12th. Right, Kmaru's coming up. I'm just going to grab, like, the entire bottle of cherry aid. Not even going to pour it. 2 minutes. Just in the nick of time. Look at that. Boom. We call him the timing demon. Right. What refreshments do we have for this stream? Well, I've got a bag of honey roast peanuts. And half a bottle of cherry aid. And half a bottle of whiskey as well if it's dirty driving. So, let's see. What tyres are we on? Believe it's softs across the grid. Nope, there's one medium runner in the form of Wixie. We'll see how that makes. And Sienna's at the back. So it's lights out and away we go. What a camera angle there. Beautiful cinematography. Just pointing it directly at the car. And it's time for the 12-minute run to turn 1. We're almost there. Almost there, building up speed now as we get the slipstream train coming through. Is that Gen X trying to go 3 wide into turn 1? Surely it's not. What am I looking at? There's... Right, someone's gone into the back of them. Nice. Look to be a bit of netcode. Has anyone got any damage? Damage is on light, I believe. Look to be a bit of kicking off with VEZ there. Holy train. Yes. Let's have a look at what kicked off. Because I was more focused on this. It looks like Gen X were going 3 wide momentarily. Looks like, oh, who was that in P3? Sonny. Just cooking his brakes a bit. Went into the back of Fresh Sissy, which went off a bit. Bit of netcode. Turn 1 shenanigans. Oh, Andrea's picked up damage somewhere. We missed that. But we're not gonna. It will have been either this corner here or the next. What? What on earth? He didn't even slow down. How did he get damage from that? I'd be fuming if that was me. Luckily, it's on light, so... Or that might be something else that we changed from last year. But that's gonna have Nucaria right on the tail of Andrea here, who's gonna do the right thing and go wide to let him pass. And yes, his damage has repaired. Has he? No. Are they going side by side? What's kicking off here? Got a nice little battle between teammates here. VEZ versus VEZ. Andrea versus Nucaria. Is he going to stay ahead? Andrea looks like he's going to be able to. The good thing that they want to do is sort of slip in now and start bump drafting, which they have done on cue, because we've got a problem of Mining Jeff. here who's climbing up to the back. He's got past Darlow Boy. Sammy is making his way up. It's got up to P9. Wixie on the mediums dropped down to P12. Why am I in bloody chase cam? Like, I get the names over the cars to piss Jaeger off, but chase cam as well, that might be a bit excessive. Nucaria and Andrea still side by side. Andrea stays ahead, but these two Italians fighting each other. The two teammates, this has allowed a nice little train of Gen X drivers to come up and try and get into the top 6. Let's have a look at what My Name Jeff does. And I think we'll go passenger cam because he's got a good view of this. But yeah, look, he's just got all the like turbocharger vents, like all of that, just sort of sitting in the passenger seat. Because who needs that? That's weight reduction, mate. They are starting to pull away. Top lot. Was that Andrea just clipping the wall slightly, slowing him down? But yeah, they got everyone up to P10, essentially in a fight for P5. 6-way battle on track here. 4 Gen X versus 2 VEZ. It's all kicking off at Tokyo East here, down the inside. Absolutely. So Jeff might be close enough to go for a move into turn 1, depending on if the two Italians try killing each other. And it seems like the two Italians are going to try kill each other. Andrea going off wide, almost causing Nucaria to go round. And that's caused My Name Jeff to be right on the back end of Nucaria now, coming down this long back straight. So now Andrea needs to play his role in here. And what? Well, I mean, we're 3 wide momentarily, but I thought Andrea was just going to try and push him along. And they've just not, and let My Name Jeff go past 2 cars. Wicked. Gen X into P5. Unbelievable move. But now, right, maybe that was because the straight's so long. Now we've got slipstream into turn 1. Yes, beautiful. Is he going to try and flick it round the outside? Is Andrea Nucaria's going to have a look up the inside? Are we going to go 3 wide into turn 1? Jesus Christ. My Name Jeff's just forgot to brake and gone flying off, though. It was nice being in P5 while it lasted. But we got, look at this train of Gen X cars here. We got 4 of them following Nucaria. I wouldn't want to be in his situation here. Gen X, My Name Jeff, is going to try and flick it round the outside to set him up for the next corner, which he seems to have done beautifully. Look at that. Oh, Darlow Boy gets past them both. Didn't even see him there. What an unbelievable move from Darlow Boy. We're having a look at that. Replays. Nice. We have 3 laps of replays. It's definitely... I've got a new keyboard. Monkey donated me this kindly. It's not working. We've got... We can swap the cameras around, but no instant replays. PlayStation, why? Any of the streamers, do you have this issue where you use the keyboard, use the ZXCV to do your instant replays, and it just likes to absolutely poo itself? So yeah, Andrea getting past Darlow Boy. Oh, Darlow Boy late on the brakes again. He's going to lose them 2 positions that he gained. Or maybe not, no, because he's right alongside with Nucaria here. And is he going to be able to get past? So 7 tenths. We'll keep an eye on that gap there between My Name Jeff and Darlow Boy. He's in the slipstream range. 1.6 seconds is Andrea ahead. He is shot off after Darlow making that mistake into the last corner. And it's going to be Nucaria with the inside into turn 1. And is he going to look? Is he going to try and send it down the inside? Is it going to be late enough on the brakes? Is Darlow Boy going to overbrake himself? Is Nucaria? Oh, bit of netcode there. Luckily, no contact coming from it, but a bit squeaky bum time there. Let's have a bit of a look further ahead. It's still Yokai and Pasta just in a league of their own. 59.5, 59.3. Good God, Jesus Christ. On them softs, then it's Fresh CC in P3 and Sonny with a bit of track to themselves. Andrea's got a nice little bit of track to himself. Main battle here, though, is for the Gen X boys putting on a nice show for us. We got 4 of them for the Darlow boy, Nucaria for VEZ, dropped down to P7, but he's still on the tail of Darlow. I say that, Darlow's pulling away. He just needs to try and not make too many mistakes, and he should be able to get away with it. I'm not going to be able to make that karting race. Yeah, mate. Do we think this race, like, 20 laps? Do we reckon we can do it in 4 minutes, boys? Yep. Yeah, put your foot down, lads. I want to be able to do my league race. Yeah, man. Okay, I'm missing it for this. Right, Slimer, right on the tail of My Name Jeff. I'm going to sort that cockpit camera settings out because that's well annoying. Brain cell. I can't do it if I'm not out on track. Never mind. I guess we're stuck with the midget cam. Yeah, replay still very much broken. And there's Pasta giving a textbook bump draft to God Yokai there. Pulling away up front. So Nucaria's caught up to Darlow through the benefit of that slipstream. Look at that. He's gained 2/10 just on the run to turn 1. Purely from having that slipstream, and it's not even like he's like as close as possible because it's exponential. It starts kicking in around a second odd, and then starts getting really good around the like 4 or 5/10 mark, and then like 2 or 3 cents, you're basically inside the car in front of you. So that's when you're diving down the inside, pretending you're Lewis Hamilton. Now look at how close Nucaria was getting to Darlow boy there, and he seems to sort of scared himself a bit, being like, oh, I'm too close to this guy. And he's backed off momentarily, and he's definitely still gaining. Look at that gap. Look at that gap between 6 and 7. Hear it for everyone that came out tonight. Whopping 4 viewers on a CTC stream. Generational numbers tonight. So, onto the start-finish straight again. Nucaria right on the tail of Gen X, Darlow boy, and he's much closer now. And that gap between Andrea and Darlow boy seeming to stay around the same. And Nucaria's like, yep, no, you're not getting a single bit of dump draft. I'm gone, mate. He's fastest lap by 1.2 seconds for Nucaria there. He's into the 2 minutes as those tyres proper coming alive, the softs. And Darlow boy, is he going to be able to get past again? He's got the inside into turn 1. Going to depend on who's going to be last on the brakes. Is someone going to brake too late? It looks like Darlow boy's managed to outbrake Nucaria and get back into P7. I mean P6, but not for... Almost looked like it wouldn't be for long with Nucaria trying the switchback. Didn't manage to make it work. Backed out of that one. But he's right. Right, look at how close we're fighting. Coming through to the infield now. Very, very hard to overtake through here. But, I mean, we've seen Darlow boy get a double overtake off through these very corners. Yes, I knew you'd find that 6-7 joke funny, Marcus. Sole reason why I made it. Right, let's crack this cherry aid open. Oof. Some very, very good defending from Darlow boy here. Managing to keep Nucaria at bay. Textbook stuff here, but Nucaria's just... He's got another move. He's going to try down the inside of the hairpin coming onto the back straight. He's got past perfectly, but now Darlow boy's got that slipstream that Nucaria had a lap ago. But maybe is he going to try and do what Darlow boy did, get the inside for turn 1 and switch back? I mean, all depends what happens here. Mills, I am streaming, mate. I'm not doing this karting league. You can sod off, mate. I'm going to do what I do best and just sit and commentate on people that can actually play the game like that. Textbook, exactly what I said. It's a role reverse of the last lap. So there is Lucario, and he's ahead before we even enter the braking zone. Just to show you how good that slipstream is, Dolo boy, last of the late breakers, and oof, bit of a squeeze from Lucario, I'd say there. Unlucky that I can't see the replay, but a bit of an Italian special in my eyes. This has been some very clean racing apart from that, though. A little bit of an import. Lucario does seem to be having a bit of netcode as well, which could be playing an issue. Side by side still. No, that's just plain dirty. What the hell am I looking at? Yes, he's going to wait up, but come on, mate. You're in a TVT esports league. What are you doing there? I'm not holding back. Dado needs to bump draft VEZ to catch the next one. Well, he's got a nice bit of track to... Oh, no, he's not, because he's picked damage up through that as well. And he's fallen into the tracks of Sainana. I realised I've been calling this bloke Sienna. And I should have actually been calling him the Brazilian Banana Mobile. That's a much better nickname than bloody Sienna. Don't fight him, he'll catch up the next man. Yeah, well, after that, the next man is 7.3 seconds ahead. Wixie's bloody gone. The guy on the mediums. Was that a rage quit? I mean, he was quite far off at the back. Because, I mean, he was on that mediums, everyone else was on the softs. Was it a disconnect? If we can get some more information on that, that'd be very nice. Lucario, after that incident, done the right thing to wait up, but with how close these Gen X lot are following each other, he's dropped down to what is essentially next to last. So not looking good for the VEZ whitewash after that one. Depends. What's the gap between Darlock Boys? So it's 17 seconds to the lead. So it's only 5 seconds away from the top Gen X boy to get back into the top 6. So it could definitely happen. Wixie doesn't rage quit. Yeah, I didn't think he would. So definitely, especially in a CTC. Right, let's have a look at these spaghetti aliens on track. Yokai and Pasta Calda. I do think that new carrier incident, even though I did wait up, is an excuse for a shot because it's 7 AM somewhere in the world. I won't get paralytic, I swear. Oh, that's nice. Got a little bit of scotch. Oh, there's cheap corner shop scotch. Because I'm a broke uni student. So it's probably more just... I'm going to go straight to my liver than anything. So we're coming up to the pit window. That red flashing light on the fuel for the pasta man. There's another pasta man joining the room now. After a spot that's been made from, what's it called? Wixie leaving the room. So top 2, under 10% fuel. Sonny has been burning loads trying to keep up with Pastina Calder and Yokai, which have had that slipstream advantage. They've been working together, and in sense you lose less fuel. Whereas Fresh Sissy is going to get a nice little move past Sonny. As Sonny will most definitely be fuel saving a bit. Getting all that to go past. I don't think VRT have a race engineer. That might be what the guy that just joined the room is. Yes. Gen X have Kmaru. Yeah. Rick Bull 24. 2014. Jesus Christ. I'm old. Is that a bloody 11-year-old in the room? He's A-rated. Yeah, both teams now have a race engineer. So what that does, if anyone's it's particularly new to CTC, TBT, you've not done one yourself, it's a very useful tool. So essentially have someone from the community that you race for, and they jump in the party chat with you, and they sort of spectate, but they don't commentate. They stay in your party chat, and it acts as like a sort of like race engineer. You can ask how my tyres looking, how my fuel looking. Gen X would have had that for the rest of the race. VEZ haven't, but their guys just joined. So I'm assuming that's what that 2014 bloke is. Or he's just randomly joined the room and has no clue what's going off, and I'm just chatting and utter. Because, I mean, if you're having a race engineer, you might as well get him in from the start, so yeah. Get in chat, mate. Yes, there is Sonny, the first of the pit stops. Andrea follows him in. He's also another one that, after battling with Darlo Boy getting Italian at turn 1, he just sort of, like, yeah, 7 seconds to Sonny, 6 seconds to Darlo Boy. So yeah, here's everyone coming in. Everyone 2-3% fuel. Top runners should get this lap in. Don't think we'll get 11. So I'm assuming this will just be onto the mediums, no alternate strat, just soft medium. Yeah. It is sunset. The main thing is going to be how much fuel people go to. So 85 for Andrea. I think it was like 75 odd. No, maybe a bit less. Maybe 80 odd for Sonny. Old Fart has done another lap, 10. The Legends Crentis. It's Pizza! Pez is in chat. Is your race already happened, mate? Schick asked me if I was going to jump on comms, but I did this one because these blokes are new. And they're absolutely rapid. Yeah, the Spaghetti 2014, like, 9-year-old, he's left the room. So he's definitely not a race engineer. Whiskey came into Discord to say his game crashed. Oh, very unlucky, mate. I thought that's what it would have been. She's not really going to rage quit from a CTC. And I was interested to see what that alternate strategy was on, because the only one that didn't start on the softs. So there's 3 of the VEZ boys and 2 of the Gen X, which have stayed out for the extra lap to do 10 instead of 9. Everyone else, actually no, we got Old Fart as well. So in terms of the pit runners, Sonny, who was pretty much, if you remember, right on the tail of Sissy. He went past on the last lap. As Sonny had just burnt a bit too much fuel. He was fuel saving. He wasn't getting that 10th lap, whereas Sissy was. Depends on how much fuel they go to. Everyone else is doing around 80 odd. I reckon the leaders might go to 75. Maybe even 70 odd. Maybe bump it up a bit. 73 and 69. Yeah. You can tell that they're much more confident on the fuel. 68 for Fresh Sissy. So here he is coming out of the pits now. Here's Sonny coming in. You're thinking, yeah, he's just absolutely gapped that man. And it seems to have, because that 2 litres per second fuel essentially means... Oh, is it tomorrow? I thought they were both on today. I told bro that I couldn't do it because I was doing this. Oh, perfect. I'll jump on comms for that. Wicked. So that's... Yeah, because today's Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, which will be that race, and then I'm doing the CLR2 versus MRL one. So essentially the bowling alley, as I like to call that. Yeah, that'll be fun. This, an entire team of Italians thought this was going to be carnage, and it's been incredibly clean. There's only been one major length flicking moment, and he waited up, did exactly what he needed to do, and it more affected him more than anything. Oh, my name's Jeff with a bit of a slide there. It's going to now new carrier to gain back on him, so it looks like the overcut was definitely more powerful. He's taken much less fuel, similar to the front boys. He's actually taken less than the front boys, and he's not got the slipstream. So don't know what Sissy's planning here. Hopefully he can just go and chat and be like, yo, boys, can you drop down? I need this lit, bro. Actually, but he's gained like 7 seconds on Sonny. Oh, a new carrier's gone! No way! He was right on the tail of my name, Jeff. And that's another disconnect from the room. So we're down to just the 5v5. What is going off on the Polyphony servers tonight? Might be able to make... Depends, yeah. I'm not going to do like driver interviews or anything. No, because it's 2 20-minute races. Cool. Right, has anyone touched Undisputed yet? Like, it's on PS Plus at the moment. It's a boxing game, and ZFS are absolutely obsessed with it right now. I almost missed... The start of this stream was delayed for 2 reasons. Well, 3, actually. I was doing open lobbies, and then Amsterdam asked if I wanted to scrap him on this new boxing game. And it's free on PS Plus, and oh my god, it is the most fun I've had in ages. I literally almost missed the CTC stream for it. The cursed lobby, indeed. Almost called you Taff, mate. But no, it's tough. Scruffy tough. Get a bit more cherry aid down there. So yeah, that's definitely thrown a spanner in it. Because now, technically, we're back to a VEZ whitewash. Because they are technically 1 through 5. I mean, they're not taking the maximum points because 6th is gone. But VEZ showing the pace for their CTC debut. Next Gen X driver coming up to the halfway point in the race is 27 seconds off of the leading 2. A busy man. Both our teams are racing tomorrow. Oh yeah, because you've entered 2 into this. We've entered none. One at 7, the other at 8:30. Do you know if Schick's doing both of them back to back? Because I'd gladly help with that. Because yeah, I'd be free. Depending how depends how much I do practice the throwdown, which probably won't do much because most of my team's not free for it. You should be able to do both of them. I'll do at least one of them. Oof! Yokai almost going flying off on the bloody straight. Like, I get we're aliens, bro, but... Keep an eye on these 2 here, because they're the closest 2 on track. Yeah, gap between the closest non-teammates is Andrea in P5, and 5.2 seconds below is Gen X Banana Man in P6 with a brilliant drive, mind you, because he had that disconnect in qualifying, started from 12th, and he's climbed his way up to P6. He's gone past his entire team, showing some very strong pace here. I mean, 2 minutes, 0.6. The personal best on the softs. So only 9/10 off Paul, which was a 58.7. Jesus Christ, don't know how I missed that. But just look at how close these 2 get to. It's every single wall. They just push it to the absolute limit of what's possible. They're just stealing some of you. Oh yeah, that's the I remember they were talking about that because you've got AHR and the AHR team in the like half AHR, half ZFS one. So which way round is it? Is AHR going first and the split one doing next? Schick's doing ours. Jaeger should be able to do the other one. He's doing CLR at the same time as us, so going back to back. Yeah, because there's 2 CLR teams, this one. I'll see if I'm free and see how much I can help, because I'm sure that Jaeger would let me join him, as well as Schick in the earlier one. Side by side, mate. Literally blinked. Yeah, they're not really gonna push each other too hard because they are teammates. But Pasta did get past in that move up into P1, and he stayed ahead. This is textbook teamwork from these two bumping each other. Already gained 2 seconds on Sissy, who's dropping the gap between him and Sonny, staying the same. Fuel, however, is not looking good, bruv, because you're going to be using more. He's got 7 seconds to each car around him. I personally, unless he uses, I mean, he is short shifting. He's going after the MT box, and you know, in this car you want to be absolutely revving it out to the limiter. So he is short shifting, but I personally think Sissy's going to run out of fuel. Well, actually, no, because he did 10 laps on 50, so he'd have needed brain cells, yeah, 60 odd, which is what he put in. No, 70, which he didn't. Well, he's got 10.5 laps from now to the end, and he's got he's got pretty much bang on 50% fuel. So he's just got to fuel save a little bit more than he did the last stint. It was Sonny which struggled with it majority for fuel, and he's taken a bit more of a buffer, which has dropped him back. I don't know though, because he's still gaining, because his car's much lighter. These two are just gone. Textbook bump drafting from these two, showing us what CTC is all about. Nice, clean racing between communities. Surely he's gonna back to the inside here. Yeah, just look, he just knows exactly where Pasta's gonna brake, and he just brakes 10 meters earlier than that, and he doesn't even have to get out the toe to brake. He just does it in the dirty air because he feels like it. Well, it feels more like I'm watching one car than anything. I mean, look at this. If you look behind you in bumper cam, which is what I use, that's bloody terrifying. Absolutely sensational stuff. Why does it look like the car tail lights don't work? Probably something to do with my exposure settings. Wait. Low exposure fixes everything. There we go. That kind of vaguely. I want to be able to tell what's going on. Yeah, they do work, just not very well. Now you got me intrigued, and I'm just gonna sit in chase cam. Wait for this. Yeah, they do work. They're just not very good because Nissan. They're there, mate. 8.8 seconds now, that gap to Sissy. So yeah, these guys literally gaining like 1.5, 2 seconds a lap, purely just from working together in the slipstream and being A+ aliens. VEZ is not to be underestimated with, since they do yes, that'll be where I know these guys from. So I was like, I swear I've seen that name before. And I don't know if it was like in a streamer lobby, but yeah, IRO. It's Italian Team Motorsport, they're in that one. And VEZ in this one, and he's got VRT, so that's 3. Yeah, VRT in the PSNs as Yokai goes past into turn 1, textbook move, gets back past into P1. So we've got VEZ, VRT, and Italian Team Motorsport. Because that makes sense. Because everyone knows what's one thing that's better than having one team name. Yep, that's 2 team names. But what about 3? I'm actually losing my mind not having a co-commentator or game sound on my end. Because I can't stand the sound of my own voice. You'd think doing streaming, I'd be able to like stand the sound of my own voice. But no, I don't know how people sit through these streams. Well, I mean, no one's bloody watching this one anyway. as we've got 8 laps to go to the end. It's GT7 for you. Yeah, 10 seconds now, Jesus. Alright, I kind of want to... So, just a bit over, like, coming up to 2/3 race distance, around, like, that portion of the race, just over halfway. Cheeky run down the grid, so it's Yokai and Pasta, which are very much putting the show on up front for VRT. Then it's Fresh Sissy, who is 10 seconds behind them two. 7 seconds, well, 8 seconds behind is Sonny, and 6.5 seconds is Andrea. That rounds out the VEZ drivers. Then for Gen X, it's 9 seconds to Sainana, 2 seconds to Darlo Boy, 5.6 seconds to Dan98, 2 seconds to My Name Jeff, and 6.4 seconds to Old Fart. And then we had Nukaria DNF last, so he'd be in 11th for VEZ, and it was Wixie who disconnected towards the start of the race, so it would be 12th for Gen X, although I'm 90% sure they will score nil points, because even though he technically finished in that order, he didn't finish, mate. I don't know, can't remember off the top of my head if we had drivers disconnect from CTCs before. I know I didn't score anything in an ALR when my wheel disconnected, but that was because ALR's point system's different. With ZFA, absolutely, mate. That's what I said. Well, technically 4 if you count BFS, and 5 if you count XFS, which we entered for ALR Esports, and they didn't even fucking qualify. Right, do I risk turning my fan on because I'm sweating like fucking Jimmy Savile at a playground here, but my mic will cut up everything, and you'll just be able to make me hear sound like a robot. Hello, Gray. Nice to see you, mate. Thought that was an AHR logo. I am blind. Gray? No, Gray. Yep. Perfect. Better. Don't do it. Open your window. That'll be even worse because it's literally been like non-stop raining for the past. Yes, I literally don't think I've got to uni. I can't remember a day at uni where it's not rained from when I got back. I'm starting week 6, and I gave myself a mini freshers week, so it was like 6 or 7 weeks since I left Nottingham, since we had that last night out, and it's literally not stopped raining. Jeez, how have I been back for like 6 weeks? Time is not real. It's gonna be that again, and then I'll have to go back home. Hopefully remember to take my wheel, because I'm not coming back to this shithole. I'm going to a different account that doesn't cost an arm and a leg and is actually like on campus. Oh, you're not... Wait. Okay, yeah. Official. Alright. Nice. Not lurking at all. Preparing for the ZFS. I think we got ZFS drivers helping AHR. We got ZFS drivers which are fucked up to Gen X, and they're not on track. But we can technically say that I mean, look at this livery. Look at this livery and tell me that they've not at least taken a little bit of inspiration from ZFS. I mean, come on, what is that? Like, God forbid, like we've seen. Yeah, orange is fast. Therefore, all the teams put it on the car for immediate fast. I think Race Asylum have pulled out of this as well, because that was another one that when they went against ZFS, like you just could not tell the liveries apart because they were just identical. Right, Okay, come on. Words, English. You can't just shut up for like 2 minutes because there's not a co-commentator there. My old father. No, old fart wasn't. It was, Dane was in chat earlier. It's Maligator. Bit kicked off between him and he's had a padding moved off. Major Cluster as well was involved in that. Who's another ZFS driver that's kind of gone. But no, I don't... Unless Old Fart was one that was before I joined ZFS. Because I've been... If you count when I joined with Pirate at ZFS, because I originally joined as a commentator, I've been at ZFS for just coming up to 2 years now. And if you count me actually racing, it's a year and a half. So, and we've been going for like 4 years, so he might be. I don't know. I've just not been going from the start. What is going off with my mic? Jesus Christ, can you stay in one position for 5 bloody seconds? How's every single one of the cables... How are you holding together? How's every single one of the cables gone? You're still going strong. Just purely out of spite. No wonder you're like shaking about the place. You know, I'm not going to fix that. I'm just going to sort of leave that there. Just sort of leave that levitating in the corner of my room and hope it doesn't smash onto the ground. And I have to buy a new microphone. Well, I say buy a new microphone. This is one that Urban Pirate gifted me. I didn't even bloody buy this one. So, further back, looks like God Yokai has entered God Anime mode while I've been rambling on about that. Because everyone knows you don't turn into a Currentis stream to actually understand what's going off on track. No. You join in a Currentis stream because he's unhinged. And he's relatively funny. He doesn't know what he's talking about, but he pretends like he does. What's gone off here? Sainana? No, he wasn't 6th. No. It's just he's bloody 37 seconds from the lead. Because these guys, not only are they aliens, they've also got Slipstream. That's like double death. Fact. Absolutely, yeah. There's a reason why Jaeger calls me the dodgy fire stick, because what I'm actually commentating on, it's taken me 2 or 3 bloody minutes to process it, that the actual on-track action's like a minute behind. The stream's also got like a 30-minute, not 30-minute, bloody hell. Right, let's work out this delay, actually. Yep, 25 seconds my stream delay is. Absolutely diabolical. If I do so say myself. Unacceptable things coming from the Currentis channel tonight. I mean, come on, like, on my end, we've done that entire infield. Streams, like, just going into it. Just coming out of turn 3. Yeah, I really am the dodgy fire stick streamer. Right, okay, let's just try and get that in a position I like. 2.4 seconds now. Yokai is gone. It was like, yeah, nice slipstream, mate. That was fun. But now that the commentator's actually bloody showing the cars because they're closest on track, I'm just going to sod off into the distance, never to be seen again. Yeah, see you, mate. What interestingly was that last lap? So he's in the bloody 159s on mediums. For context, Gen X didn't even get in the 159s on bloody softs in quali. Absolutely unbelievable stuff here. 2016 that last lap for Pasta. 2004 without slip on mediums. Wow. Yokai, what on earth? Like, I mean, I've been surviving off bloody pesto pasta because I'm a uni student and I can only afford alcohol and that. And yeah, I need this guy's pasta recipe because it's turned him into a bloody godlike alien. I realise I've been on top chat for this entire time. Hopefully, like, there's just been bots in chat that's been flooding it, boosting the engagement. Not a single thing changed, wicked. Yeah. Do we have any requests on who to watch? I haven't really seen much of Jay. Oh, those drivers actually close to each other. In the penultimate stage, closing stage of this race. It's my name, Jeff. He's going to have a look up the inside into turn 1. Is he going to be able to outbrake Dan what he's got past before the braking zone? So, don't really need to outbrake him if you're already a 10th ahead. Brilliant move from my name Jeff into P8, and we just about caught it as well. Do we check the plays? Are you going to work? No, of course they're not, because God forbid I want something to work on Gran Turismo. God forbid polyphony actually makes a feature for the game and it actually, like, works. Always. Right, it's 30 now. I'm trying to think. I'm probably going to join, because I'm going to join the ZFS room straight after this. And hopefully I remember to change my stream over. Because I'm either going to do open lobbies, undisputed, just stop scrapping Dan Milts again, because that was bloody hilarious. Or, if the karting race hasn't started, we can do the karting race. Right, let's have a look at the match day schedule, actually. Wow, we've got the time. Oh, I didn't save the graphic. Well, I did, actually. Do you want to see what graphic I saved for this? The race... What's it called? The race schedule. You're probably thinking, like, oh, yeah, he's found a good graphic. Made one. Maybe Jaeger's made one. I did save something. I was like, oh, nice, we've got groups this year, same as last year. And then I checked. Will it actually show for me, please? This. Yeah, that's what I saved. I saved the 2025 group thing, because I was like, yeah, that makes sense. BFS, ZFS, not even in it. AHR, I mean, AHRR. RA have pulled out. P1RX have pulled out. CLR have 2 teams now. Like, we saved the wrong graphic. Right. I've not left that on, have I? No. It's just a stream delay. Boom. Boom. It's like my own stream. Boom. 3 likes. So yeah, they're 10, 10, 10. Can you say very evenly spread out are VEZ at the moment. And P1, 2.7 seconds now, that lead. This is where things get interesting. Right, we've got 2 laps. And because these 2 have been in slipstream the entire time, bump drafting, they will easily make them 2 laps. I don't think, it's like they've only just gone down to 10%. These 2 aren't going to struggle. Yes, same with Sissy, to be honest. I thought Sissy would struggle a lot more, given how much less he put than Sonny. But, I mean, Sonny went to, like, 85 odd, and he's not dropped below 10% yet. And with it being a 2 times refuel rate, what that means is that every single car in Gran Turismo, for some reason, the fuel tank is 100 litres. Every single car, whether you're in a bloody Tomahawk or a Suzuki Cappuccino, has the same size fuel tank, because that makes sense. So 2 litres per second means that if you go in with, if you put like, so let's say Sonny put like 80 odd, and Sissy put, I think it was like 65. So if we divide that by 2, because that'll be 7.5, so he just gained 7.5 seconds in the pit lane, and 3 seconds on track because he's heavier. He's not had to fuel save as much as I needed. So he's proper pulled away from Sonny with that strategy. Look at the technical insight. This is a Krentis stream where he actually knows what he's talking about. What's going off? Who is this? Who am I? Is Pirate coming back? Oh, I want Pirate to come back. I bloody miss that man. He's doing his radio show and stuff. It's just not the same doing comms without him. I miss Black Flag. Right. Let's keep on going down the grid. Hopefully something magical will happen and cars will come close. Darlow boy as well. He, at the start of the race, was proper putting it on for Gen X. Qualified 7th, so top of the Gen X boys. and then he got Italianed, and he sort of dropped down a bit. But he's not too far back. I mean, he's only like 12 seconds off Sainama. It just like looks like this last medium stint was very much like everyone spread out. Just the first one was the absolute chaos. Right, final lap for the lead drivers. It's going to be an absolute dominant win from VEZ for the first round of the 2025. I mean, no, 2026. It's the new year. I'm saying 2025 when we're in the middle of bloody February. You'd think I'd know what year it is. Bloody hell, I am clueless. Absolutely dominant first win, first race. On their debut race, as Yokai almost goes into the barrier. The commentator's curse almost came through, but he caught it and only lost about a second from that unbelievable car control from the leader. And he should be able to take the win. It will be Pasta who should take P2. These two up front have just got off at the start. They were on pole by like 9/10 from the rest of theirs. And they've just bloody disappeared. Never been seen. I mean, Sissy and Sonny, these lot were pretty close in the first stint. They were like, nah, mate, see us. We got Andrea rounding it out. Very good race for P5. Strong results for VEZ. And then Gen X, it will be a Sainama. Very strong result to come back to P6 after the disconnect in qualifying. My name, Jeff, in P7 for Gen X, followed by Dan98 and Darlo Boy. And then Old Fart rounds out the grid. And then the two disconnects were Nucaria for VEZ, and it was Wheezy or Wesley, something W for Gen X. The guy that started on the mediums, we didn't actually see the alternate strategy. So, P4, are we going to have anyone flash the lights over the line? That's the main question. Drea crosses in P5. Got a nice little donut, yep. Then it's Sainama. Come on. Someone can give me a cheeky little headlight flash. And I don't mean the hazards coming on when you cross the line. I mean flash your headlights over the line, mate. Because it's like rule number 1 if you got a commentator in the lobby. You flash your lights over the line to say hello, mate. Or you do a cheeky little drift. What's this? I mean, come on, mate. Can we not get one cheeky little drift over the line? No, we're just going to go straight on. Well, that was an incredible race, but now my disappointment is immeasurable and my day has been ruined because no one's going to drift in. Wait, no, that was a good race. That was fun. Well done. Congratulations. That was a phenomenal race. Brilliant wall of text there. Do we ask if anyone wants to drive their interview? No, we do not. Thanks to the stream, boys. Is there an upcoming ZFS League that I can sell? Wow, so we've got 5 minutes before the stream ends. Brain cell, activate, go. You've started. Wicked. All the leagues have started. Might as well plug the Academy League while we're at it. Let's just come on Discord. You can load. And there's not a graphic for it. Wicked. Well, the ZFS Academy League is a 4-round thing that we're starting on Thursdays. It's aimed at new drivers specifically that maybe are just trying to get a feel for what league racing is in general, trying to get a feel. They just want to do a bit more, maybe not even done open lobbies before. So we run a ELO system so we can get an idea of your pace. It's Group 3 and Group 4 each week, alternating between it. There's a car list where you can't use the same car twice, but there's like 12 cars to choose for and only 4 rounds. Alsice Village in Group 3 was yesterday, so that started. But next week we've got Fuji Shorts in Group 4s, and then Majore Group G GP, the full layout, in Group 3s, and then Bathurst Group 4 on round 4. So yeah, very good league. We've got 3 lobbies, they're just purely academy boys, and it's been some wicked racing. I usually stream it on this channel as well. There's quite a bit. Dailies are open tonight. Honestly, mate, I might stream Undisputed. It's a new game that's came out, but I think we're having a ZFS night on it. It's absolutely bloody incredible. It's like boxing, and it just beat the crap out of all my sim racing mates. But yeah, that was an absolute blast to do comms for. Only one dirty driver incident, I'd say. Phenomenally clean across the board, and that was probably netcode anyway, because he was sort of glitching about, and then he did disconnect. Yeah, that's all been from me, fellas. Tune into the Krentis channel probably like in literally 30 minutes, because Marcus wants me to stream, so I might as well, because God forbid I have any free will in this life. But yeah, bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in, boys. Where's the end stream?